it's that time of the year. You guys know what I'm talking about. What's in my camera bag 2021? Let's go. Hi guys, it's me Tahir and welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to show you guys what's in my camera bag, which equipment I use frequently and which of these things I keep for, let's say, just in case if I needed it when I'm out in the field shooting. Let's get started with the first thing. Of course is the bag itself. I use the Lowepro Pro Tactic 450 AW bag. I bought this bag around 2 years ago and it's pretty solid bag, to be honest. This thing has seen bright sunny days, thunderstorm, and all sorts of dirt, and it survived everything. I don't have a second bag, so this is my one and only bag I use out in the field and everywhere, and this thing performs like a charm. Okay, next thing is my camera. I use Sony a7R III for my photos and most of the videos, including this video as well. Sony a7R III is a great camera for me and I love this thing. This thing hasn't disappointed me at all. Its 42 megapixel sensor gives me the sharp, crisp images which I want for my Instagram and photo shoots, and the video quality is great too. You guys can see it. I'm recording this whole video currently on a7R III. Now it's time for the lenses. The first one is Tamron 28-75 f2.8 lens. It's a pretty versatile lens. This lens produces really good quality pictures. I always keep this in my bag, especially when I'm out for some street shots or landscape. This thing performs really well. Okay, the second lens is Sony 24mm f1.4 G Master lens. This is the lens I have used mostly for all my pictures in the past 7 to 8 months. Either it's street photography, product photography, landscape, and some portraits as well. If you combine this with Sony a7R III's 42 megapixel sensor camera, you can get like great quality shot even after you crop in into the actual image. This whole video is currently being recorded on this lens and you can see the quality. It's pretty great. On the third, it's Sony's 85mm f1.8 lens. I mainly use this lens for portrait photography, sometimes for street as well. I made video on street photography using 85mm lens previously. If you haven't checked it out, here's the link in the corner where I have talked about the performance and the feel you get when you use the 85mm lens for street photography. This lens is super sharp and you get great quality results with this one. Okay, enough talking about this lens. On the number 4 is Sony 16-35 f4 Zeiss lens. This lens is great in performance. You can get beautiful shots, especially for landscapes. When you put this thing on 16 or 20mm, it delivers the photo quality one can expect from Zeiss lens. I haven't used this lens recently for landscape shoots, but I did try this lens for one of my projects recently here in Sydney. I posted some of the shots on my Instagram grid as well. If you're interested, please do check it out. So these were the 4 lenses I use in rotation. If I'm on a long trip, I keep all of them in my bag. Most of the time I carry 1 or 2 lenses to make things interesting or challenging for me in terms of how I'm going to use this lens with this focal length for this kind of shot. It just keeps my brain active and most of the time I end up with really interesting shots. Okay, moving on. If I know I'm going to capture a time-lapse video or I'm shooting a POV style video, I'll either take Osmo Pocket or Osmo Action with me. These both devices are great for time lapses, POV, and quick run and gun style cinematic footage. For POV style video, of course, I will keep the Osmo Action as it can be used on a chest strap, but for 4K 60 FPS cinematics, both devices are great. Then it's more on my mood, like which device I want to use it today, and I'll keep it in my bag. Okay, the next thing is microphone, which I use if I'm vlogging or out on a project. It is Rode Video Micro Pro Plus. It's a shotgun style microphone with a great sound quality and wind cancellation. It is suitable for vlogging, or let's say if you are out in the field doing an interview, just put a dead cat on top of it and you'll get great sound quality from this device. This is one of the best hot shoe mount microphone out there for me, to be honest. Okay, microphone is done. Now it's time for GorillaPod. I have used this thing in past for vlogging, photography, and time lapses as well. You can set this thing up on any pole or tree, bend its legs, make it firm, mount your camera, and that's it. This thing is quite sturdy. I'm using the 3 kg version because I use battery grip with my Sony a7R III and it gets quite heavy. This thing complements very well with my camera and its battery grip. Okay, GorillaPod is done. Now it's time for ND filters. I have two of them. One is variable ND filter from Nissi, which is from 1.5 to 5 stops, works perfectly for videos out in the sun. And the second one is 10 stop ND filter, again from Nissi, and I use this mainly for my photography, especially landscapes and for long exposures, of course. The quality of Nissi ND filter is quite good, less vignetting on the sides, and you get really good quality footage if you're using the variable or landscape shot if you're using the 10 stop ND filter. Okay, the next thing is the memory card case, which I believe every photographer should have one. I bought this from Amazon. It's pretty good. It can fit around 12 SD cards. Build quality is good, and I'll suggest if you are a photographer, you should have one of these in your bag. For example, you're shooting and you run out of memory and you are looking for additional memory card in your bag and you don't know where to find. This keeps things tidy and easily accessible, I'll say, and you just have to take it out and pull out one of the memory cards and go back to shooting or recording a video, whatever you are doing out in the field. So yeah, I'll highly suggest you should have one of these in your bag. Okay, the next thing is light. I have this Sunway photo fill light, which I use sometimes. Rather, I should say I use it when it's really dark scene, and especially I use this for the close-up shots. This comes handy when I'm doing product photography. You can get all creative with this thing, try different angles, and you can get really great shots. And now, last but not the least, the tripod. I have this Sirui A1205 tripod. This baby performs beautifully. Doesn't matter what kind of situation I'm in. It is light, made up of carbon fiber, portable. I only carry this thing when I'm out doing landscapes or let's say long exposure shots at night or day. Of course, you need a tripod for that. For street photography, I don't carry my tripod with me. It's mostly my camera and maybe 1 or 2 lenses, and that's it. So that's it. These are the things I usually carry inside my bag when I'm out on a photo shoot. If you are looking to get one of these things, I have added affiliate links down below in the description box. Full disclosure, from these links I will get a commission, but you won't be paying anything extra. This will help this channel keep up and running. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I would highly appreciate it. Until next time, this is me, Tahir, signing out. See ya.